Bang, bang, another trade. So we're gonna go over this quick. So this trade was unfortunately a side one, just because we actually didn't make any money on it, and I'm just gonna go over why and how you could have probably printed with us, but nevertheless, so we actually didn't lose any money either. But so here's the trade. Daily time frame on gold here is bearish. Okay, so when we look at this bearish time frame or these bearish candles, we're thinking, okay, daily break of structure, nice. 4 hour structure, similar to that, is bearish. So in this chart, it looks like it's not, and it's just a liquidity sweep. But the other chart that I usually reference, 1 second, this is all crypto stuff. Here it was actually bearish, and then this was the retest of the order block before we anticipated that move down. Okay. So again, 4 hour was bearish. Don't come and climb me saying, "Oh yeah, you took a trade that was against your strategy, this, that, the other." No, I only follow the strategy, and that's how I make my money. So let's get into it. At this point, 4 hours bearish, right? I just showed you guys that. The hourly is also bearish, right? Because here you go, we are bearish. We retrace into the order block, and we still maintain bearish structure. Scale down to the 15-minute, same thing as usual. 15-minute is bearish, nice, but nevertheless, 15-minute doesn't have to be bearish because we said that the hourly, the 4 hour, and the daily is bearish, which means if we have 5-minute bearish, we're pretty much good to go because we've invalidated the 15-minute structure. So I could add a little bit of complication and tell you guys, oh yeah, as market opened, we had a liquidity sweep right here and took out buy side liquidity before making our expansion lower. After that, we had our 5-minute break of structure right here, right? So once we had a 5-minute break of structure, this candle on another chart, the other charts that I was referenced to, is actually bearish. So we see the break, we see the retrace, and then we get the expansionary move down. Mind you, this right here is the PPI candle. Normally, I tend to I still trade on it, but most of the time I kind of try to avoid it. But in this case, I took the trade. I could have took the trade after market open, and I would have made a lot of money had I done that. But other than that, just a 5-minute break of structure, as per usual, right? And after the 5-minute break of structure, you really don't have to do much except for wait for a 1-minute premium entry, right? And where do we get that? We get it right here. Boom, boom, boom. Retrace. You see that we are in the order block area of that 5-minute break of structure, right? We get a break of structure right here. Send the trade straight to the Discord. So the thing is, now the reason why I say we didn't lose any money here, because you're probably looking at this saying, oh yeah, you got stopped out, blah, 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 blah. I actually didn't get stopped out. I went to the Discord, and as I saw this massive candle, well, personally took profit. We don't count that. We pretty much count this as a break-even trade because I told the Discord as this candle was here, I said, the very least you can do right now is pretty much put your stops at even. And whenever I put my stops at even, I'm pretty much securing because that means that I'm in a position where I'm no longer able to risk. Therefore, I should at the very least take some form of reward. So, because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you actually risked money and then you were like, oh, I get zero reward, but at least I have zero risk. You can't forget the part where you actually put risk on in the first place. So, therefore, you must be either rewarded for it or you must take a loss for it. Okay. So, with that being said, I kind of took profit here just because I know that whenever these candles happen, it's more of an experience thing. We usually won't get this low taken out. We tend to just go for the body a little bit lower, higher than that. So when we approach that area, I kind of took my profits, but again, I really didn't secure much. I pretty much only secured 1R because I had 1 6 lot trade, well, zero point 0.6, and another trade with bigger size. So I pretty much secured the small trade, the size trade. But with that being said, it was a good day in the markets. Nothing to complain about. As you guys see, the ideas panned out. I just don't take usually 2 trades a day. But had I wanted to, I will go over the entry model. 15-minute is bearish now. We already went over that. So you just pretty much wait for market open, meaning New York session, because at this point you didn't take it during 8 a.m. at the market open. So you're going to take it at New York session open. So